Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Quilliam, and if you're new here, why don't you consider subscribing and giving this video a thumbs up. It really does help me out in getting new content out there for you guys to enjoy. Today we're going to be taking a look at First Ukulele Pieces. Now this book is a fantastic book that is a massive collaborative effort from over 30 composers. The story goes that the London Ukulele Project, a charity focused on the ukulele combating loneliness, and Paul Mansell, a man whose books I've reviewed on this channel before, teamed up and got together with loads of other composers, myself included, to create this book, which is aimed at players grade 1 to 3, that kind of level, and it's for charity. All the profits from this book go towards combating loneliness. And it's really nice that some of the top ukulele composers in the world, Samantha Muir, James Hill, Giovanni Albini, Tony Mizzen, Jim Bailoff and more, so many people have come together to contribute an original composition. And as you can see, the book is stuffed full of original music. And the nice thing is, because each piece has been contributed to by a different composer, the layout and the types of markings, the format, the style of each piece is really different, and I think that's really interesting because you can compare and see how different composers work. For example, take a look at Bala. I think I'm pronouncing that right, it is a Welsh word as far as I understand. David John Roche's piece there, and then compare it to James Hill's output. Yeah. It's quite wacky in that respect. Now, I've been saying a lot of good things about this book so far, and yes, my composition Lead Me On is in this book. But I am only a 30th of the book, and the other 29 30ths of the book are still absolutely fantastic. So even though I would be biased and say this is a fantastic book, there's a lot more to that than just the fact that I'm in it. I'm only a small cog in a much wider machine. You've got pieces in here that would stand out and appeal to all sorts of different types of players. There's more classically inclined pieces, minimalist and old-time classical, there's some blues, and there's some pop inspired pieces as well, some more experimental things. There really is something for everyone in here. The quality of the print is nice, the ink is very nicely printed and it is very crisp. The paper is what feels like photograph paper though, which means it's not the easiest to write on, which I think is a bit of a shame given that this piece is aimed at the more beginner level of player, because a beginner may wish, or their teacher may wish to annotate on the page. I also think the spacing is a little odd as well, like you've got all these bars that fill the page and then this little thing down here, and that's pretty consistent as well. The spacing isn't very well organised, but nevertheless you still get some really good high quality music from some fantastic musicians in here. I said that these pieces can be at sort of more beginner level, but they are definitely not boring as that sort of designation may connote. You've got lots of really pretty pieces in here, some really nice sort of atmospheric and moody pieces and some very jolly upbeat pieces as well, and they can be quite challenging as well. So it's definitely something to consider if you're looking for either a great learning tool into fingerstyle picking ukulele, or if you're in the other camp and you want to sort of do some research and learn about all the big composers in the current ukulele circuit. There are several versions of this book. The book I have is the copy that was sent to me as a composer, but I believe that there was a limited edition one with slightly extra pieces, and then they've actually split the book now into two halves, so you have to buy the first and second half, which is, I think, great. Even more money for the charity. It's a fantastic charity, obviously, and I think the ukulele, being an instrument that has become synonymous with community, is definitely a right sort of icon for a charity combating loneliness, because it can bring people together. And so I definitely think it's worth picking up this book as well if you're in support of a charity, and you get some fantastic pieces out of it. So I can thoroughly recommend this book. Despite the fact that I'm in it and you may consider that a bias, I think it's fantastic on its own, and I would certainly be raving about it even if I wasn't in it. Endless reasons to buy this book, and you can do so on the London Ukulele Project website, which I have linked down below. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. My name's been Quilliam, and if you like what I do, please subscribe. It really does help me out, get me more videos out to you. I've got lots of other content on here, from performance to teaching and music videos and things like that, so lots of reasons to stick around. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.